Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is Dominions 4, Thrones of Ascension, Sunday, Bloody Sunday. Wow, we're really getting into the late game here. It's taken me about an hour just to get prepared for this episode by moving people around and assigning people to research, forge items, outfitting my guys. It's been a bit. Which is why when these games really get into the late game, when you're doing a multiplayer game with tons of players, you could take hours just to do your turn. It really is that level of complexity. But let's move forward. We're searching for sites but not finding any. Das has cast Rain of Toads, along with Marcus casting Wrath of Pazuzu, which is a very similar spell which causes disease and unrest. So these two combined cause a great bit of unrest, with the idea being to shut down the province with the throne in it. Augury led to nothing. Yikli summoned not just a regular vampire, this is not Sanguine Heritage, he summoned a vampire lord, which is stronger in both death and blood magic than our vampire counts, and instead of summoning thralls, he summons other vampires, troop vampires. So, yes. An arrow appeared out of the sky and stuck Vitteric. I'm not sure which one, we have so many, but he survived. Twing Professional has cast Infernal Crusade, and he will continue to do so since we have more blood slaves than we know what to do with, and it gives us Demon Knights, which is a lot of fun. Hippolyta did not find any air sites in the mountains, but she is moving to do more. As you can see, we are still capturing quite a few blood slaves. And there was a battle in Scraw Point. Us versus Pangea. This, I believe, is Barabel. There he is. He is liquidizing himself, quickening himself, and will begin to tear through these poor Deer Tribe warriors. He is unbanishable. That priest is going to get it. Alright, let's just quickly see if he suffered anything at all. Not a thing. And he now has, well, I think he has 2 things of experience, so his stats are even better. Excellent. Ophalef. This is us attacking Agartha. Okay. This is Ulfhere's arm. No, it's not. This is... Okay, so this is our first scene of the demons in action. We have our devils with their heat aura. They have 35 hit points, which is great. 30 morale, which is great. Otherwise, their stats are slightly above average. I mean, average is 10. They're a little bit over in defense and precision, a bit over in attack and strength, but their protection is a measly 8. So they're not very good against arrows, I'll tell you that right now, and against anything really that hits hard, these guys are in trouble. Next we have our storm demons. Now they are more powerful in storms. There's not a storm here, but it is what it is. They also fly and are ethereal. They have only 20 hit points and only 5 protection, but their defense and precision are very high at 14, attack is average, strength is slightly above, and they also have 16 morale. The key thing to remember about these guys, though, is their etherealness. So against regular troops, they are not going to get hit very often. Now against magic troops, they're a decent but otherwise weak troop. They do have a lightning range attack, so we'll see how that plays into the battle. Next, we have our Fiends of Darkness, which have dark power, meaning they're stronger in the darkness. Again, it doesn't really help us. And that is it. That's all they have. But they have 30 hit points, and they have the most protection so far at 10. 30 morale as well. Defense of 14, which is great. Strength of 15. So they're the strongest of the demons so far. But they're tied with the storm demons for attack. Sorry, tied with the devils for attack, tied with the storm demons for defense. And their protection's the highest. Actually, storm demons are slightly better on defense, but they are tied, and the devils are slightly better on attack. So these are more offensive, less defensive. These are more defensive, less offensive. These are stronger, good, average in both, and that's generally it. Okay, and then finally, these guys you cannot... There's not a group spell for summoning these guys. They do not, I believe... Well, maybe they come with the Ritual 5 Days. These are Frost Fiends. Their armor is stronger in cold provinces, which you would think would give us better protection since we're in cold provinces. They have cold power, which means they are stronger in cold provinces. I believe that's strength. More powerful. I'm not even sure what that means. Okay, so they get strength, they get +1. They get attack +1, defense +1, and that's it. So really, they should have better protection than this, but whatever. Hit points 25, a little bit low. Great defense, though, at 19. So these guys are defensive stalwarts. And they have a chill aura effect. Okay. And then, of course, we have Feeder Von Soup, who is leading them. You look at him and you go, oh, he has 0 protection, he's going to die. But no, because he's invulnerable, which means against non-magical weapons, he actually has 25 protection. And he is blunt resistant / resistant. He's cold resistant, poison resistant. So there's not much he has to worry about, except somebody who has a magic weapon or a magic arrow. Okay, now with the explanation, let's start the battle and see how these guys do. You should see some of them attacking the front and some of them attacking the rear. Their arrows are getting pretty close to him, which I do not like. Oh, there's the lightning attack, and whoa, what was that? That looked like some kind of frost blast. There we go. Range of 30. Okay, fantastic. Okay, the undead are soaking up some arrows, hopefully. Oh, here come our shadow demons and our devils. Well, there you go. That cave captain or whatever he is like, oh, jeez. So that's our demons, folks. They're very sexy. There was a battle in Binof. Okay, is this Lighthawk's? Or not Lighthawk. Lighthawk is gone. Ulfhere's army. Adolf von Sternberg. Donner. Hermann the Black Priest. Alark the Black Priest. Okay. Anybody I know here? Besides Adolf. Berthold. Lano. My priests are starting to get old, by the way. Vitiges. Nope, I guess it's just Adolf. Against a token province defense. Yeah, I'm not thinking you guys are going to have much success here. And I was correct about that. As long as we have Iron Blizzard, they're just not getting anywhere. Oh boy. And he's already running. Yeah, I don't blame him, to be honest with you. Don't let him go! Boom! Alright. Congratulations, Adolf von Sternberg, on an excellent kill of the commander. Shambalak. We are attacking Agartha yet again. Okay, this might be Ulfhere's army. I believe it is. Yes, here's our friend right here. Ulfhere the Prophet. Beat up as all hell, but spoiling for a fight. With him, we have Eddie the Great, Adrian von Benedict, Falresh, and JC Destroyer. There you are, JC. You were wondering. Holmgar, Herzog Jan, who is still horror-marked and yet still alive, and Gustav von Bergberg-Glass. Aiding them up here is Shadowback. So these guys in the front basically are to soak up the arrows, while now this would never have worked against Pangaea, of course, because they would have sent all of their harpies back here to nail us. But against Agartha, this is a perfectly valid placement. And they're probably not even going to make it to my troops. And that is correct. They are not. And that is the end of them. Okay, so how I've been looking at this, we didn't lose anything. They lost a priest. We didn't lose anything. They lost 2 priests, 3 crossbowmen, and an infantry. And in this one, we didn't lose anything, and they lost 6 heavy cav. Terim. Oh, did we miss Bino? We lost nothing, and they lost a heavy cavalry. Terim. Oh, this is Raphael. There he is. Oh, this is a kind of a big army for him to fight. Let's see how that goes. Remember now, he does not have crossbow protection. Doesn't seem to be slowing him down any, though. Yeah, a little, no, not even damaged, I don't think. 3 units of experience already. He's just murdering everything. I'm surprised they aren't running yet. Oh, now we go. And that was fun. That was a lot of fun. He killed 45 total people in that exchange, including 14 light crossbowmen, 8 crossbowmen, and 8 heavy crossbowmen. And sappers, who I think have ranged weapons as well. And 3 crossbowmen, so good for you. Gemmer. Agartha is counterattacking, I suppose. Okay. They got their pretty standard army. Entrance guards, heavy infantry, you can tell because their swords are up. Crossbowmen. We have some light infantry, or sorry, light cavalry, and one... Is that heavy cavalry? Yep. And some militia. Gonna take up the arrows while the rest of our team sits back here and gets ready to go. This is Ophar, Gondrin, Ruprecht, and Alaric. And wow, they fatigue out ridiculously quickly just spelling themselves up. That's nuts. They're already at 50 fatigue. Alright, come on. And our cavalry is running. They're approaching our lines. Pikemen are flanking from the south. Entrance guard are already running. What are they trying to... Oh, I'm banishing their undead. I'm not sure what's happening, actually. Whatever. Oh, okay, you guys are discarding them. Alright, excellent. That was Gemmer. We lost a pikeneer and an infantry, and we killed 40 of their troops, but none of their commanders. Bergamum. Oh, interesting. They've been trying to take this for a while, and they haven't been successful. I have 3 of these guys here. One of them set to Communion Master, the other 2 set to Communion Slave. I forget what I'm having them do, though. Maybe Mind Burn? We'll have to see. Okay, so the Master is etherealizing all of them. The Master is giving all of them luck. So that's how communions work, by the way. The slaves get all the benefits that the Master gets, but they lose their ability to act or do anything once they're a slave. The Master also gets a boost to his abilities, although that boost does not show up on the screen. Fatigue at 31, so even with the 2 slaves, his fatigue is kind of crappy. They're supposed to share fatigue, and it also boosts their strength. Okay. Now, we're mind burning. That's what I was doing. And we're paralyzing now. And paralyzing again, and we're running. So all that set up for naught. What are these guys like, honestly? They have 13 hit points, 18 protection, 6 to their defense. Hitting them is almost impossible. 18 protection, 16 defense. Unless you have magical weapons or magic, these guys are beasts. But they are very weak to magic, so that should nail them pretty hard. I'm surprised the Mind Burn and the Paralyze wasn't doing more damage. They have middling morale. 14's pretty good, but not great. Strength and attack are bargain basement. A little bit better than normal, but not so much. So really, these guys are just giant tanks, who also have a bite attack in addition to the broadsword attack. That's it. Their attack is not special, but apparently they're hard enough to hit that we can't do much to them. Okay. Alright, so he's already fatigued out at 107. The slaves are 107. Remember now, once you get above 100, you can't move. I think once you get above 200, you start taking damage. So you can kill your own slaves. Okay, we finally paralyzed one of them. That's nice. Our troops are just terrible. Okay, well, so much for that. I've read so much about communions and how awesome they are, but that was crap. That was pure crap. Okay, Fortress of Towin. This is the big battle. This is where the magic happens, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and generals. Ladies and generals. Alright, so what do we have here? We have a ton of foul spawn and spiders and 1 chimera, or cockatrice, I'm sorry. They're undisciplined, and in the front, they are being led by Lord of the James clan. I believe this is the first time we've seen him in a battle. I've given him the Helm of Heroes, which gives him 2+2 inspiration, and he has the Lucky Pendant just to keep from dying. He has more hit points than your average human, and I didn't do anything to his armor, and he has protection of 18 and defense of 19, so he is really good in those respects. He's great in everything. 17 strength, 15 attack, 15 precision. These guys are great to put a bow and arrow on. They are amazing with that. Morale of 19, magic. I mean, they're just amazing troops in general. More hit points would be nice, but they lead a ton of troops. Then we have Tolmac the Second, and I believe those are the only named heroes in this army. I know because I've checked. And I thought he just got nailed with an arrow, but I guess it wasn't him, it was Ranger of Ulm. Good. Thanks for taking the arrow, Ranger of Ulm. Against us, we have 2 Vine Ogres. Those are pretty tough guys. 55 hit points, but they're lousy protection and defense. Living Mercury, which has a poison cloud around it. Tons of hit points. No protection, but great defense. 3 28 damage blunt attacks. And they're strong against slash, blunt, and pierce. So against normal troops, which I am attacking with, these guys are beasts and very difficult. And then we have 4, looks like 3 Chthonian Reanimators, and 1 Servant of the Oracles who is heroic and has valor. Chthonian Reanimator, yeah. And it looks like these guys all come with a Solus at the beginning of the battle, in addition to whatever. There's my Cockatrice. He's charging in the battle first. Got a Shadow Blast. Yeah, that's the reason why I have these guys here. They're meant to die, basically. And the Cockatrice is gone. The Spiders made it to the front first. Maws of the Earth. Oh, by the way, yes. So Carl down here, I gave him... Really, Carl? You're out of them already? I gave Carl 5 Earth Gems. 5! He was only supposed to use like 1, maybe 2 at the max, but apparently he didn't get the memo and used them all somehow. Casting this spell called Maws of the Earth, which sucks a number of troops down into the earth. It makes them immobile for a short while and does damage to them. So it's a really great spell. I have no idea why it took 5 Earth Gems, but whatever. What are you going to do? Our priests are banishing everything. So when you don't need the Iron Blizzard, the banishment works really well as well. The Mercury is holding its own against us, although we have given it a chest wound. I'm not quite sure where the chest is located, but wherever it is, there is a wound there. You know, I think the AI really did me a favor here, because I have all these guys scripted to Iron Blizzard, but the Banishment is a much better spell for this encounter. So they're not doing what I said, and instead doing something that's a bit more useful. So I'm pretty happy about that. And really, despite having 4 of these guys summoning undead left and right, we were able to stop them. So excellent. That was just a pretty decent battle all told. We lost 78 troops, however, but remember now, 43 of them were foul spawn, which had no protection and were basically built to die. We lost a militia, 12 infantry, which is pretty sad. Our rangers mostly survived. Our Zweihanders mostly survived. Our pikeneers mostly survived. We did lose our mounted commander, but not Tolmac. Tolmac survived, and we did lose one of our black priests. We killed everything that came against us. So we now have the Fortress of Towin. In Umbro, we have Unrest, +1 magic. Children are disappearing at night, so that's more kids being taken away. Ancient treasure has been unearthed. Gold 30. That's like the cheapest treasure in the world. I mean, hell, summoning a commander costs about 3 times as much as that. Sulfuria, 5 death gems. Very nice. We lost 5 of our illuminated ones who were trying to instill unrest. That's what 75 province defense does to you. 5 of the 9 of them gone, just like that. Pangaea we're starting to destroy. Winna we're starting to destroy. Faran has been breached. Phrygia is unharmed, and the troops in Winna are starting to starve. Okay. So let me tell you what I'm doing. This one's up to 147, so I'm moving these guys, the 4 remaining, I'm moving out to Pergamy to slow them down here. Now that they've conquered Bergamum, we're pretty vulnerable here. But there's only 15 province defense. I mean, these guys know what to do. They're going to mass cast their astral spells. We saw them in action once before. It's almost better if I leave them alone and let them do whatever they want, because they tend to do a good job at that. And there's so many of them that we're going to do some damage. Now, say we lose. I'm not too torn up about it. We don't really need that much more research, and that's really what they're doing. In fact, I might send all these guys out later to just instill unrest somewhere. The only ones here that are really... Well, I do have Thorismund casting Community Master, Body Ethereal, so if I can get Mind Burn. No. Okay, second tier guys. I guess we can have them all cast Master, because we don't want them to be slaves. And all the illuminated ones can be slaves. So we'll just take care of that. Why not? And we should have more than enough slaves to make sure that all the masters don't fatigue out. No one should die. It should all work out the way it's supposed to. He's a second tier, so he's master. But I still will let them cast after that whatever they want. I have the one guy doing Body Ethereal and Personal Luck, and that's all that I mentioned in. I think that'll affect all of them. So we should be good there. Second tier, you're going to be a master. Okay. Well, that's an illuminated one. Actually, we're going to make you cancel that out. You are going to be a slave. And we'll have one of the masters, the first one, Wallen. He is going to... Personal Luck. Oops, not attack. No. He's going to Personal Luck, Body Ethereal, Twist Fate, and then cast spells. Meanwhile, the rest of these guys will cast spells. Emug will hold with his wolves. And yeah, no one here has a name. They're just our random dudes blood hunting. So that's that. Okay. But anyways, 147, and I'm not letting up on them. I'm having Doss cast the toads again at them to keep this one out of commission. I've taken this with Raphael. He's going to move up here. I'm moving these two rangers up here. They're sneaking right now, but they're going to attack. I'm moving Electo down here with no items. I figure he's strong enough to be able to accompany an army and cast some good spells, and I'm just going to use him for that purpose. This is the castle that we've conquered. I am moving everybody up here because they're all going to move on this castle next. I have these two groups with Hyrokel is the only named hero here, and Feeder von Soup going here to Midgard to take care of that, finish that off. I have this giant army with Adolf von Sternberg and a bunch of guys who do not have names, including most of my mages. Everybody but Donner, basically. I'm having attack here. I'm not bringing Donner because I don't know if there will be supplies enough to feed everyone. So that's my caution there. Here I'm moving Herzog Jan, Adrian von Benedict, Ulfhere, Eddie the Great, Falrish, Gustav, JC Destroyer, Holmgar, and Shadowback. So all these guys have names. This is going to be a pretty exciting battle, and I'm gonna lose somebody. One of my heroes. Baharbel is going to be taking this province, which looks pretty weak and undefended. Dragonstrike is going to be taking this province, which looks pretty weak and undefended, which will leave us with everything conquered but Dragon Ridge in this area. This army is storming this castle. Heroes here include Helm Hammerhand, Andrew Trespass, King Midas, Dmitrik von Smirnov, King Strategist, and Gustav the Grave. Carloman, why do you have all this good stuff? I don't want you to have any of this. Just give this people who matter. King Strategist, that'll help you from being banished. Helm, you've been around since before. Actually, Andrew. Andrew gets the... Or he doesn't, I guess. Oh, sorry, that's Carloman. Yeah, Andrew gets the bark skin, which increases his protection. That's great, because he's just kind of leading troops, and we need him to be alive, because he's... Well, actually, he's not really leading that many. Dmitrik is leading far more than he is. Well, he still has 15 protection, 15 defense. Dmitrik now has 18 protection and 10 defense. And he's cursed, so it's probably best that he has this. So this army is mostly... Yeah, Andrew's only leading Adrian's not doing anything, actually. He's just... I'm not even going to have him in the battle. He's just standing there. He's going to have a ranged weapon. There's no point in risking his life for nothing. Glad I noticed that. He's just going to maintain the siege. Okay, so Dimitric's leading a whole ton of rangers, 85 of them to be precise. King Strategist, his schools have been whittled down, but they're still around. Huneric is the most important guy, and he has 99 of these guys, and then 17 of these guys, and they're running in the breach right away. That's how that's happening. Okay. Meanwhile, Marcus Aurelius is casting Wrath of Pazuzu on here to raise the unrest there before my guys get there. Dave the Cave and Vampire Batman are just researching. Darkhawk is forging more blood boosters to give to Yeknokula. Vampire Batman will move out as soon as he has enough troops to warrant it. Sean is almost good to go. He just needs a shield, and then I'm sending him out, along with Carl, who has some kind of troops, and Amrod. Oh, actually, Carl and Amrod are already moving out. Okay, that's how that's working. Tokshin is Infernal Crusading. He's going to get more Demon Knights, and so is... Oh, no. Surreal is casting Infernal Forces, which is going to give him Devils and Imps. So that's what all my Demon Lords are doing. Yikali, let me welcome Mayhem. He's our Vampire Lord. We're moving him up here just to summon vampire counts, or summon vampires and just do his thing. Yikali is getting more vampire counts. Katarina von Ulm, just so you know, is forging the Ring of Warning. What that is it allows her to have twice as many defenders as she would normally have. So that helps her a lot from a horror attack. She also has a ton more of these guys to guard her. They're the Ghoul Guardians. I figured they're the beefiest. They're good to go. She's going to basically cast only protection spells on herself. Twist Fate, Personal Luck, Liquid Body. Now, there's some here that are missing. Ethereal is missing. Why? Well, because horrors are magical creatures, and so their attacks are magical. Ethereal does not do anything against magical attacks, so it's just a waste of a spell. Against normal troops, great, but against horrors, it's not going to do anything. Twist Fate will negate the first successful attack. Personal Luck has a chance of negating a killing blow. For a human commander with very little protection, that is a good deal. Liquid Body will help her with protection. And then Opposition. I'm not 100% on this, but the reason why I chose it is because it gives a 999 attack against a magical being. Now, I do not know if a horror is a magical being or not. I'm honestly not sure if it's a demon or a magical being or what, but I have no other risk. There's really no other protection spells, unless you can let me know one I'm missing, that will protect her against a strong single magical attack as opposed to like a lot of troops, besides Twist Fate and Personal Luck. If you can think of one, please let me know and I'll explore it, but I think the three of the ones that I have are pretty much it. So then she's going to be casting this to try to kill the horror. While her guys defend her. And then I'm letting her do her own thing after that. And that's her strategy. So, yeah. Meanwhile, almost everybody else is researching. I spent most of my gems forging items. Crazy Man is moving out. He's been fully armed up, along with Vigdis von Birnau. I also have another ghoul commander, just in case, for reasons. That really explains everything I'm doing, but gosh, that's taken almost 30 minutes up to this point. I guess this will be well, it's Friday. An extra long episode wouldn't hurt. So we're just going to read what happened, and then we are going to call it an episode. I'm really excited. I have some ideas of things to move on to once this LP is over. Of course, you know I'm going to do a Bless strategy guide of 2 or 3 episodes with on the same playlist as my Lemuria guide. I'm also going to do a Blood guide. I know you might think, well, this is a Blood guide, but there's a mechanic where some nations have to sacrifice blood slaves in order to increase their dominion. And so I want to explore a nation like that in one of my small mini guides. The next thing I want to do after that is I want to start showing off some mod nations. But let me be specific. Brand new nations that are created and have their own sprites and their own thing. It could be a play on a current nation, meaning it could be like you can take Ulm and make a new Ulm with new troops and new units. What I will not do is mods that take a current nation and only slightly modify them. I'm not interested in that. Okay. Onyx Oracles claim the Throne of Bone. So they have 2 thrones now. Throne of Bones sounds like a pretty cool one. Augury, nothing. We have an Infernal Crusade. We have Infernal Forces. We have Wrath of Pazuzu. We have Arcane Probing with nothing. We have another Infernal Crusade and a Reign of Toads. We have a Vampire Count. Mechanical Men, just because why not? And more Blood Slaves. Anselm was suddenly attacked by a Mind Slime Horror. Alright, let's watch this, because I'll show you guys what a horror attack looks like. Now remember, these are the same guys that are going to be attacking Katarina. So they're magic power of 1. They are magic beings. Okay, well at least this guy is, so that's worth knowing for Katarina. They have 5 astral. Well, this guy has 5 astral, 2 air, fear, he's an amphibian, shock resistant, ethereal, damage reversal, which means that anyone harming them will risk having the damage inflicted upon themselves. That's pretty spooky for Katarina. Dark vision, reinvigoration, innate spellcaster, so they can cast an attack in the same round. Void sanity, they're less likely to go insane in the void. I don't think that's really useful. Any enemies close to this unit will have their minds bogged down. This gives them fatigue. Holy crap. Well, obviously this guy is not going to last very long. He made himself ethereal. That'll help. Starfire's got 5. So we're not even touching this guy. I mean, he has no hit points, but we're not even touching him. And he's gone. Okay, so if one of these attacks Katarina, we're in bad shape. And she got the horror marking more than anyone else because she's the one who originally summoned Surreal Von Belief. So this is a real worry for us to look out for. Knifel. Wow, this turn is going to take forever. This is Dragon Strike. Now let's see if this works for us here. Heat from Hell. Okay, so the entire battlefield is struck by heat worse than that of the hottest of deserts. This heat soon renders all units on the battlefield unconscious, after which death is certain. This spell is most effective in warm provinces. Well, our cold dominion hasn't reached here yet, so this is a warm province. They are... I don't see anything happening to them yet. How's Dragon Strike? He is at 129 fatigue. So he's basically sitting there, waiting to be killed. Perhaps this was not a good idea. We shall see. Oh boy. And barbarians are... oh boy. He is getting nailed. But he now can act. He already has a... he's already diseased. Well, I don't think that does anything to him because he's a demon. Okay. We may be able to recover from this. Now that he's no longer laying on the ground, his awe effect is coming into place. His fire shield is coming into place. His fear is coming into place. And they're running. Okay, so that was a bad idea. We are going to stop him from doing that in the future. Luckily, the worst we got out of it was disease. And like I said, I believe disease does not affect demons. It doesn't affect undead anyway. We'll see. If it is disease, he'll have about 10 turns to live. I think it says 10% of your hit points every month. I'm sure we could cure it, though. If he can get disease, it can be cured. And we have many options for that now. So he's won the battle, which is very good. But he got beat all to hell, let me tell you. We're not casting that spell anymore. It just wasn't use it. It wasn't worth it. Mammoth Grove. We are attacking Agartha. Okay, these are my rangers. I just thought there was a ton of them, so we might be able to do something. Looking at what they have, I don't know anymore. We'll see. I mean, they have crossbow troops, and my guys don't have any armor, so they're getting it pretty hard. And they're already running. Really, you guys? Really? That's just cowardly, honestly. That is just cowardly. I'm ashamed of you. I'm ashamed of all of you. Midgard. Well, actually, let's see how many we lost. 27 of 110. So we didn't even lose a quarter. Well, a little bit more than a quarter, but come on, guys. View battle. Okay, this is Hyrokel and Feeder von Soup and his demon army. Nothing should be able to touch these guys. Ugh. Nice. They missed. They didn't. Okay, and our demons should hit the back pretty soon. There they are. Just tearing everything up. I mean, just witness the carnage. And they are running. Yes, that is not a surprise. Okay, so how did that go down? We lost 1 Fiend of Darkness and 3 infantry. Otherwise, and it was from ranged attacks. Otherwise, all of our demons and heroes survived. We killed 53 guys. Demons are OP, ladies and gentlemen. They are very OP. Royal Forest. This is Raphael. I'm sure he will continue to destroy everything that he is sent against. Oh, of course. This is a piddly little army. Some lizards, cave captain, priests. They're trying very hard to banish him, but they are having no success, and he is still unharmed. 3 experience stars. Raphael is doing what needs to be done. Black Peaks. Okay, you know, there should have been more attacks in this. Here's Barabel. So I'm thinking that one of my armies was waylaid somewhere. Yes, you are not going to hurt Barabel by a few measly arrows. He is protected, friends. Boom. They are hitting him, which is kind of interesting. Not enough to do any harm, though, and his regeneration fills him up to full every... Get this cave drake! Come on! Yes! Ha ha ha! Okay. In Royal Forest, by the way, Raphael killed two foes of ours in Black Peaks. Barabel killed 6. Scraw Point, they are attacking us. Okay, this is where Barabel once was, but is no longer. We have some province defense. He may have to go back. But I don't care. I mean, as long as they waste their troops on my demons, it's basically the end for them. But I believe we've lost this battle. Again, no big loss. No, Agartha's routed. Holy crap. Good work, men. Good work. Tarim. Ah, now they're trying to take back what Raphael had captured. And they've summoned a gelatinous cube. As if you recall from my campaign, these guys are pretty funny. They swallow on trample, but they die pretty easily, at least underwater. Servant of the Oracles and a lumber construct against my province defense, which does include some heavy cav. Not that that's going to do too much good here. But we might win the battle, who knows? Nope. It was not to be. Okay. Was that Tifia? No, we won that battle. Oops, sorry guys. It was this one. We took out 15 guys. Okay, so Tifia. Alright. They're attacking us with a cave drake. Otherwise, nothing of importance. What do we have here? Patago. Urbon. Carl. Ergon. Heavy cav. Okay, so we just kind of have a big mass of troops here. In no particular order. There's some Zweihandas. I believe this is one of my movement armies. So this was intended to ferry troops to the front lines. And it looks like a commander just bit it. So this is going to be harder than expected. Our Zweihandas are very, very good combatants. And they are routed. Let's check that out one more time. We killed 27 of their units, including their reanimator. We lost 7 Zweihandas, 2 pikeneers, and 1 infantry. And no, neither of our commanders died. So that's very good. There's a battle at the fortress of oh wait, there's a battle in Undermountain. Let's do things one at a time here. Ooh, this is a cave battle. And who is leading? Ulfir. Okay, here it is. Here's our Prophet's magnificent army. We have Hochmeisters. I mean, they're all going to have a little trouble seeing since we're in the dark. I do not expect it to be a problem, though, because we are attacking nothing. Boom. This is what Iron Blizzard looks like up close, folks. It looks like death. Sharp, pointy death. Yeah. Come on, guys. Oh, boy. We lost nothing. Bet you that came as a big surprise to you. Wherein, the fortress. We are storming the gate. And who isn't here? I mean, as you remember, we have Helm Hammerhand, King Midas, Gustav the Grave, Andrew Trespass, Dimitrik von Smirnov, and King Strategist. There are many heroes in this army. Hopefully they will all survive. Our troops should begin running in any minute now. There they go. Okay, we have some centaurs. That may pose a problem. But we'll see. As long as they get close enough to us so that we can Iron Blizzard them, we should be able to take them out pretty easily. The problem is, once my troops run beyond the gate, the Iron Blizzard is no longer very effective. Okay, they're trying to fear us. That is to say, they're casting panic, and they're trying to get us to run away. Otherwise, they really don't have much here. Just a mishmash of... I think what would be cool is if those kind of arching spells didn't go over the walls. Because it looks like right now they're flying through the walls, and that's kind of weird. Like, maybe spells like Lightning Bolt, that would work because they're coming from the sky. But regular spells like that, the walls should stop them. That would add a bit of a tactical layer to this. I think would be really nice. Okay, we have an Enraged Keeper of Traditions. Hello, sir. An Earth Elemental, 2 Earth Elementals, Cave Drake. Meanwhile, my troops are going nowhere. What's going on, guys? Oh, they're fighting 1 centaur. Come on, you're better than this. Here come my Hochmeisters. And my Guardians, although they're not going anywhere. The Earth Elemental is trying to trample people. And failing. That centaur is still there. Let's see if I can... He has 3 hit points left. We should be able to nail him at some point. All their mages should be really tired by now. Oh, what the hell was that? Half my army is poisoned, it looks like. That's never a good thing. Oh my god. But we're finally making it through, I think. Yes. Come on, guys. Oh my... Oof, just looking at that makes me sad. Alright, here we go. Let's kill all these fools. I'm sick and tired of these people. And their poison, and their nonsense, and their pans, and dryads, and... You are not. You are not. No. Okay. Oh, here comes... Okay, here comes trouble. Here comes King Midas... And Helm Hammerhand, is it? Yes. Now these guys are in trouble. Boom. Yeah, who needs regular troops when you have these guys? This must be so cathartic for them to finally be able to get their aggression out on these jerks. Boom. Well, there was some friendly fire there, but... Okay. We lost 51 Pikeneers, 9 infantry, 5 rangers. This was a very costly battle. Holy wow, 51 Pikeneers. We did not lose any of our commanders, any of our Templars, any of our ghouls. Most of those Pikeneers were due to poison. Meanwhile, we took out a commander, a Mound King, a Cataphract commander, 3 Keepers of Traditions, 3 Dryads, 3 Pans, 1 Sage. Boom. That is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. People have tired of your oppressive rule. Province lost. Really? You can't just do that. You have to attack me with troops. Province Kingdom has 10. Mabasiel, the bringer of misery, has been summoned into the world. In his wake, disease is spreading. Worldwide, units affected by disease. Well, that's no good. Luckily, most of my heavy-hitting troops are demons, but all of you who are named, for the most part, are very susceptible to disease. So, that's no good. Pangea has been breached. Winna, we're starting to destroy the gate. Midgard is unharmed. They must have a ton of troops in there. We have started to destroy the gate at the fort in Undermountain. Okay. 1 units were cured from their disease. That must be some unit who is in the same province as Hippolyta. Undermountain, they're starting to starve. Yeah, that's what I suspected. Not a lot of supplies here. So that's no good. That's no good at all. I'm not sure what to do, actually. Herzogian by himself has more troops than this province is able to hold. I guess we'll give these guys to Lano. Now he has 48. That's still not enough. We need to get rid of 100 guys. Alright, half of our rangers. $40, $50, $60, $70, $80-ish. Oh, we can't give him any more anyways. Okay, so Lano's out. I'm not sure what to do. Apparently my enemy has 3 death Dominion, which lowers the supplies. That's no good. 308. Oh man. 112. Well, hopefully this will be enough until we can get a endless bottle of wine or something up there to help. So despite having flying demons, a ton of them, and all these troops, this province is not going anywhere. Well, one thing is we have plenty of supply here, so actually, Lano, why don't you go help these guys? That will be a good use of you. Donner, you can do that as well. Tear that wall down. Okay, meanwhile, the rest of everyone is... First of all, let's check and see, I guess, if we... Oh, we didn't lose anybody. We already checked. Okay. Wonderful. So... that is that, my friends. I guess the key now is just to make sure that none of my brave heroes die of disease. Already, poor Ascalon is diseased. And we definitely don't want that. I'm going to try to move... If any of my heroes get diseased, I'm going to try to move them someplace where I can give them the bottle of disease curing. I'll try to build another one of those bottles as well. I don't think my demons care if they're diseased or not. One way or the other. I guess it's all the same to them. Katarina's okay. She's just heavily horror marked. Let's give her that Ring of Warning. Oh, and before I quit, I might as well show you some of the cool items I was summoning. For Yeknocula, I summoned the Crown of Despair, which is one of the unique magical items. There's only one of these. It increases death ritual range by 1, gives you fear of 5, full dark vision, but you can't take it off once you put it on. But he likes useless bling, and it's pretty useless for him. He's not going to be fighting. I mean, maybe he'll cast a death ritual, but his death magic isn't all that great. So he now has the Crown of Despair. Hurrah. Hurrah! Huzzah. Okay. And what else do I have here? Actually nothing left you haven't already seen. So, that's that. Oh, I can show you my armies of Demon Knights real quick. We didn't get that many, actually. We only have, about, what is this, 20 of them? Give or take? Well, that's still 20 more than we had before. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry this episode went a little long, but as you can see, we are very much nearing the end game. It sucks that right as we're about to taste ultimate victory, people are going to start getting diseases left and right. I'm not particularly thrilled about that, but we'll see how it goes. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a good one.